all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my worlds, the world away. And we're now going to be doing the next stage, which is issue 9, stage 30 of Hero Collector's Build the Ecto-1. Now in this one, we're going to be doing the rear axles, and we're going to be doing the brake drums. We're not going to need the vehicle for this one, so I'm going to leave it on the shelf here. As you can see, it just about fits up there at the moment. Really big it is. I'm not sure when the next issues come in, issue 10. Hopefully that will be here in a couple of weeks. But let's show you what we've got to do. As you can see, we've got the rear axle here. This is just an example of it here. This is metal, just so you know. And then we're going to be doing the brake disc. So there's not really a lot to do in this pack. Once again, in the next pack, as you can see, looks like we've got some suspension springs at the back there, and we've got some tyres to come in as well. So hopefully that will be coming soon. If you want to get hold of this yourself, there's still time. Just go down to the link here if you're in the US or the UK and follow the link that will take you to your country's version of this, and you'll be able to get this for yourself. And then you can build along with me. Out of all of the models I've done, this is easily one of the biggest ones I've done, even bigger than the Falcon, to be honest with you. So I hope you really do enjoy this build as much as I am. And every time I do this, I keep getting another smile on my face with seeing how it's growing. But without further ado, let's get cracking. Okay, so we're going to need the two sides of the axle here, looking just like that. And we want to mirror the sides that we've got together. So basically, when this goes together, these two sections here are going to piece together just like that. So we'll push these over the lugs here. So it's looking like that. It's quite heavy, as I said, this is metal, but we are going to hold this together with two screws that are going into these points here. Those screws are CM screws. So I've got them here. And what I've been doing through this whole build at the moment is just putting a drop of oil just on the end of the screw. When I put this in, it does help it go in really smooth. Not too much oil at all, to be honest with you. But we'll put this first CM screw in. Make it nice and tight. Just like that. Put the other side in. All I'm doing is just touching the tip of the screw in that oil. And then putting it in. Like that. And again, nice and tight. And that's the axle together. Looking like that. Now we need to put the differential cover on. This is what it looks like. This is plastic and it's just a semicircular dome. This is just going to go in this side here with the little hole just over the top like that. But it's going to be secured from the other side here with an IP screw. So once again, I've got one of them. Now this is a plastic, so it's not going to need any oil for that. And we know that because the letters end in P. If they end in M, it means it's going into metal. So I'll screw that in nice and tight. And there you go, that's the differential cover on. And then we flip it over, ready to put the differential housing on. That looks just like this. Once again, this is plastic, but it has got some locating lugs just at the bottom there. Now, the lugs are different sizes, so they can only go in one way. So I'm just going to push them in there so that fits absolutely flat. And then these are going to be held in with DM screws. And there we go, there's the screws. And just like I said last time, because it ends in an M, it's going into metal. I'm just going to tap that in oil. And we've got 4 of these to put in. So here's the first one going in now. And we'll continue that for the other 3 here. Load up the screwdriver. Touch it in a tiny, tiny bit of oil. And then you'll find that will go in really smooth. 2 more. There we go. And then the last one. Dip it in a bit of oil. Just a tiny bit. This is 3-in-1 oil, in case you didn't know. It's readily available. It just lubricates the threads as we put them in there. But there we go. That's the differential with the housing and the cover completed. We can put that to one side because all we've got to do now is just do the brake drums here. We've got one that says left. It's labelled L for left, which means that the other one that we got here, as you can see, is labelled R for right. So then all we're going to do is we're going to take one of these covers. Now, if you notice we've got a dot up there, we need to make sure that this detail here is facing towards the dot. So when I put it in, it's going to line up just like that. And then that will ensure that the pin behind here is actually located correctly. And that's actually going to be secured in place there with HP screws. So these are the last screws we've got here. And again, these are going into plastic, so there's no need to apply any oil to these. It takes 3 for each drum. And what we're going to do is we're going to mirror what we've done on this drum to the final one there. So that's one in. Here's the second one. And lastly, the third one going in here. And there we go. Nice and secure all the way around, looking just like that. We'll do the same for the other drum. So once again, we've got the dot up the top there, making sure we align this detail so that the arrow here is pointing towards the dot. So it sits in place there. And then we'll secure that in with 3 more HP screws. So here's the first one. 1, 2 here. And finally, still in the packet there. Let's get the last one out. Number 3 is going in there. So in this issue, as you can see, we've done the 2 brake discs there, and we've also done the rear axle. And that's all there is to do in this stage. I said stage 31 will hopefully be out in the next few weeks when we get issue 10 come out. And when that comes, I will get straight on it so you can see what it's like. But remember, you can subscribe to this yourself. Once again, I've put the link down here so you can link over if you're in the US and the UK, and you can get this all the way from issue 1. But I really do hope you like that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, or actually you're new to the channel, remember to click the subscribe icon and you'll be notified every time a new video's up. Other than that, take care.